Hello, everybody. It is Matt, and it is Scary Saturday. I'm sorry, it's not Sinful Sunday. It's Scary Saturday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on to any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when you are here. I know I'm here an awful lot, but I have an awful lot on my plate to review. And one last little tidbit of information. Check out the description box. I give you a bigger bite of every single movie of every single day. Today I give you your brief synopsis, your starring cast, your director, runtime of the cut I am watching, along with a link for a trailer, a link for where you can watch it for free, and then if you decide, you can help support Matt's Movie Mania and toss me a couple of bucks. Now that we got all that out of the way, let's roll on to the film of the day. And today's came out back in 2012, runs at about an hour and 57 minutes, and that's with credits. It is directed by none other than our good friend Jason Impey. It is called Sex, Lies, and Depravity. Wow, what a great title, and it really fits because there is a lot of each of those things happening inside of this film. It starts off with it's basically about a guy named Jake, who is a real asshole, to be quite honest. He's very abusive physically and verbally, emotionally to his wife, who they have a child with. He eventually has a bad day with her, and then she decides that she doesn't want anything else to do with him and that the relationship is over. He gathers some things and beats the hell out of her before he leaves. He ends up going to a bar, which as he's there, he comes across a man named Ethan. And Ethan is a younger man who's like 21 years old or something like that. He's a younger fella that befriends Jake, and they become lovers. And now Jake has been living at Ethan's pad for like 2 weeks. Isn't giving him really any kind of information about who he is, where does he live, where does he work, where does he go during the day, because he always leaves at random times during the day and at night, and always goes to, he ends up eventually getting his flatmate, who is a lesbian. So they make quite the duo as a roommate couple. But she follows Jake to where he's going one day, and he goes to this I forget what they called it, but it's kind of like a storage unit essentially. And while he's there, he eventually finds out about the other roommate. I forget her name. I think it was Kathy, if memory serves me correctly. Finds out about her, basically threatens her to leave Ethan's flat and no longer come back. One of those ordeals. She complies, she goes home, and she is very shaken up, and Ethan can tell something is wrong. So basically, she gathers her things and she leaves. She goes and sees a friend, who this friend happens to be a close friend to Jake's wife. Or girlfriend, I mean. They're not married. They're just boyfriend and girlfriend. They've just been together since they were 16. And they have a child together. But she gathers her things and leaves and goes to this friend's house and is talking about what's going on, and she brings up Jake, and she's like, oh, wait a minute, like, I think I know this Jake you're talking about, one of those ordeals. And all the while, Ethan is going through this kind of broken relationship with another man who is a very skilled ice skater. They have a very deep, meaningful scene together where basically they talk about what they do and why they do it to get by. It's very interesting, very heartfelt. I really liked that scene. And then eventually Ethan leaves, and then he goes to the wife's house and confronts her and convinces her to steal the keys to this storage unit so they can go there and find out what it is that he's been doing there. When you get there, you find out that he's been obsessing about this other man named Aaron, who him and Aaron Jake and Aaron grew up together. They were best friends, and Jake wanted more than just friendship, it seems, throughout the ordeal. And all the while you're dealing with that, Aaron is going through some troubles with his family as well. He met his wife when he was 17. They have a child together, doing, the white picket fence and house and all that fun stuff. He is going through troubles as well because Jake is a master manipulator, and Jake writes letters to Aaron once a week, every week, to basically kind of fill him in with what's going on with his life, and kind of manipulate him in ways. He manipulates him into so much of a frenzy at one point that he believes his wife has cheated on him, and it gets really ugly. Alright guys, that's all I'm going to give you about the movie. I want you guys to watch this. It's available for free over on Tubi. Now, I don't think it's cut or anything. There's not really anything that I can see in here that pushes the boundaries too far to make it cut. So I imagine it's completely uncut while it's on there. I think the times matched up with the link that Jason gave me, if memory serves me correctly. But let's move on to the three things that I love my movies to meet. First is audio, and it is, as I like to say, crisp, cool, and clean. There is never a moment where I misunderstand a character. There's no weird bumps in the audio. There's no outside interference. It's very, very smooth. It's very nice. I really appreciated it. It definitely is very professional, and for being 12 years old, it aged really well, I feel like. So I'm going to give it an A on that end. Dialogue is very, very good. I'm not from the UK, so I can't really vouch for exactly how people talk there. But it seems like it's hip and cool. It's still relevant type language. So I'm going to give it another A on that. And then on to editing. The editing is good. Jason is a very well accomplished editor. He keeps a good steady momentum, a nice steady pace going on with this. I never got bored, especially for being a 2-hour film. I like my movies to meet that 70 to 80 minute mark, 70 to 90 minute mark. So it's a little longer than I like, but I feel like it needed to be done to deliver this entire story. So the editing it's very good. It keeps a nice pace. So I'm going to give it another A. The only honest error that I noticed in this was a couple of times I noticed shadows from people behind the camera moving around, and I could see it on the background wall. That's honestly the only thing that I've noticed in this that made me go But the rest of it's really good. I think other than those two spots where I saw shadows, I feel like it's a pretty solid film. Now there's two sequels to it. I will be reviewing both of them next month or in the month of April. So look forward to those. I'm really excited. Jason's a great director, so I'm always excited to see what he's got going on. All right, guys, love your faces. Can't wait to see you on, let's see, Monday. I'll be here. All next week is going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday will be nothing but movies from the 1950s. And then after that will be the start of April. I will be starting off, and I have a whole slew of stuff for you guys to review. All right, guys, love your faces, and as always, peace.